That is good summer stuff right there, folks. Ding, ding, ding a ding, ding. And there's sand in your sandwich. Like, I'm sorry to yell, but they got crab legs for dinner. And how do you get smashing them? Starting videos is always such an awkward thing for me, but I'm at the beach, so it can't be all that bad. Okay, I'm not really at the beach. We're in the smack dab of summer, and I thought this is literally the perfect time to talk about my favorite beach episodes. I don't feel like doing a summer, anime. What am I watching, or like what's all that. I don't feel like doing that right now. I need a teeny bit of a break. So I was like, I wonder, there's like quintessential episodes in anime that make anime, and the beach episode is one of them. So I have gone through basically almost every anime that I've watched. I've picked out either my favorite beach episodes or just if they have beach episodes, period, and then ranking them. So this is a little bit of both. Yeah. Let's just do it. I have my own system for ranking, and I think I'm gonna do a tier list in post because I don't feel like doing it right now. But we've got five different.
What was that?
We've got five different categories, right? We've got movie montage worthy, sandcastle building, crowded beachfront, smacked by a wave, and then sand in my sandwich. Some of these I feel like could be self-explanatory, but I'll explain anyway, right? Movie montage, running on the beach. Like, it's picturesque, it's cinematic, it's perfection. Top of the tier, really. And then you have sandcastle building. That's a fun activity. It's a clear beach activity, but it takes some work. And for that reason alone, like, it takes skill, but it's not movie montage cinematic. And then we have crowded beachfront, which that's right in the middle, because for some people, honestly, that makes the beach so fun. Like, you have everybody who's like listening to music, or they're chit chatting, or like you can like maybe flirt with somebody who's nearby, or just like you feel like a fun sense of summer community fun when you're like on a crowded beachfront together. But also some people in some beaches, that's not a good thing. So we're gonna put it right in the middle. And then fourth, we have smacked by a wave. It sucks. It's just like it is what it is. If you've never been smacked by a wave, just take my word for it, that it's not pleasant. But below that, even, you have sand in my sandwich. It's disappointing. You're hungry because you're at the beach and you've been in the sun all day. And there's sand in your sandwich. Like, I'm sorry to yell. But that's awful. So therefore, it's bottom tier. So, as always, I have my trusty husty. Nobody says that. I have my handy dandy laptop next to me, and I will be going through. Hopefully this is not too long. We'll try and do this kind of rapid fire because I have my notes. But without further ado, we shall begin. I wonder how long this is going to stay up and if I'm going to notice. Mr. Villain's Day Off. Yes. Let's see. It's not a full episode. It's quaint but kind of boring. If I remember correctly, it's a really small piece of the episode. So we're going to have to put smacked by a wave. The fact that, yeah, but there's sandcastle building. So that, yeah, you know what? We're going to put smacked by a wave because the fact that there was a clear beach activity makes it not in the bottom. Next, Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. There is some plot relevance, which I can always appreciate, like the intermingling of plot and beach, right? Because sometimes you're like, why are they at the beach? Just makes no sense. You shoehorned the crap out of this. But then other times it's like, oh, it's just plot relevant. And they're at the beach for a work trip. Boom, beautiful. But they don't really spend much time at the actual beach. It's a little lackluster. But they do have fireworks, so that's a little bit of extra points. I think I unfortunately have to go with smacked by a wave. You need beach activities in your beach episode. That's law. Next, Tomo-chan is a girl. Love that show. Let's see. They have beach. There is funny moments because like she's a tomboy, so she's like wearing a bikini, and he literally like zips up her hoodie to be like, nope, I'm not doing this, put those away. But he's like blushing and stuff because he's like, it's very blunt and not afraid to be like, yeah, he likes tits, and not in like a creepy way. Also, extra points because Tomo wears shorts to the beach, and normalize girls who just want to wear shorts to the beach, or if you're on your period or something. Like, come on. It's a very classic beach anime episode. We're gonna put sandcastle building. Congratulations, Tomo-chan. You're our first just not smacked by a wave category. Next up, we have Spy Family. The downside is this one was, the like beach segment was just too short. Period. It was too short. The beach was a blip, I feel like, similar to Mr. Villain's Day Off, but they do get points for creative beach activities, aka snorkeling and surfing. So we're gonna put this episode in crowded beachfront. I feel like I'm not being fair because the other episode had just not as much, but you know what? No. Crowded beachfront makes sense. Next up, Skate the Infinity. Yeah, they have a beach episode, if that surprises you. Just like visualizing these guys bringing their skateboards actually to the beach. Like, I'm talking about on the sand up to the water is pretty hilarious. They do ditch them, so they're not like trying to use them at the beach. And you have like beach antics. Doesn't last the whole episode, but it's more than some of the other ones that we've seen so far. So I'm gonna put it in crowded beachfront. That could maybe move up to sandcastle building, but I'm gonna go with my gut. Crowded beachfront it is. Next up, Kamamanhashi's Forbidden Deductions. Dang, that was rough. This is another one where like the plot takes them to the beach, or there is plot at the beach. It's one of those where like, oh, the sun is sunning. Oh my goodness. Let me fix this. So yeah, Ron. This is one of those where like the actual plot takes place at the beach. So it's not random, but like there is beach B-roll. There are chill vibes, but like there's not much beach fun. And it's like a two-parter. Like they're literally all the episodes on that show are split over like 2 to 3 episodes to like solve the mystery. And so I'm gonna be honest, did I watch the second one? I made sure to watch. We're gonna be smacked by a wave. Next we have Noir, and that's actually the show that's behind us. Actually, that's not a hint at all for anything that could possibly come on this channel ever. But as you can see, they're lounging on some beach chairs. There's like a coastal drive. There are sun hat murders, so that I would deduct points. That's not beach fun. I have to be impartial. Is this gonna be our first sand in the sandwich? I think because like I wanted more beach from them, but that's not what this show is. But we get some classic looks, so we're gonna go with Smacked by a Wave. My senpai is annoying. Yeah, full beach episode, entire thing, top to bottom. You got ocean, you got boobs. We have an 8-pack, so like something for the girls, thank you. There's like a cute icy, we got some cute fits. And so I said, okay, finally, like we got some swimsuits and we got some style going on, right? You got the pool floaty things. The lead learns how to swim. There's watermelon smashing, seashell collecting, like ding, ding, ding-a-ding, ding. Like we got dings everywhere. And the real beach episodes, you'll have your quintessential stay at a beachside inn somewhere in the vicinity. That's how you know it's a real beach episode, right? So if we got that, then they go back to the beach for fireworks. They even go back for day 2. I was like, wow. Okay, let me know how the bar should be set. There's water sports and a jet ski. I was like already sold, but then these two colleagues, they go to the convenience store like in their swimsuits and like in cover-ups, and I was like, that is like
Just
beach. That is summer beach. If you know, you know. And then you got sandcastle building and falling asleep on the beach. So that, we're gonna put that in movie montage worthy beach episode. That's good stuff. That is good summer stuff right there, folks. Yeah. And right after that, I already know this is going in sand in my sandwich. I already know. My Hero Academia. They have a beach episode. And they shoehorned that in. They did not have to do that. They didn't. They could have kept them girls off the sand. I think that's what pisses me off about the My Hero one. It's not even like it's the whole class. It's just a couple handful of the girls. Because like they're doing their student assisting TA thing. So that's just irritating, right? Like, come on. There is some beach volleyball and a little bit of snorkeling, grilling, a nice little recharge, but it's a blip in the whole episode, truly. And they pissed me off because discrimination. Why did I say it like that? Say it to my sandwich. Moving on. Dress Up Darling. I have not started season 2, but there was an impromptu beach trip after their final exams. And I liked that it was like impromptu. These beach vibes are the most unique that like we've got pretty much so far. And honestly, it feels more like a date than an actual beach trip. Or like quintessential episode. And it's the prettiest one that I've seen so far. And it's funny because like there are no bathing suits, so that could deduct points for the beach episode. But we've already seen her like in her underwear, so it's like it's kind of funny that there are no bathing suits involved in this. I'm gonna put this in crowded beachfront. Like they do eat a snack on the beach. They do put their toes in the water. It's definitely better than the My Hero one, I will say, because we're judging a beach episode in its whole parts and how they handle all of it. I have one on here, but I don't know if it counts because they're on an island and it's not. It's Mayonaka Punch. I'm gonna just put sand in my sandwich because they have to go to the beach at night because they're vampires, and we've seen that like you can do cute stuff at night. But they're doing it for YouTube content and they're trying to survive for a week and there are bathing suits, but it's not giving beach. So we're going to put sand in my sandwich. Sorry, not sorry, girls. Mashal? Yeah, they're at the beach, all right. There is a watermelon smash, but it's also a dangerous octopus. So I'll give it 0.25 points. Like, okay, magic. This injured old, I wrote my notes, not this injured old man joined them. Not like it's the principal or whatever. There's a lot of talking, but not enough beach fun. And then they just go back to school. Mashal, sand in my sandwich. That's a disappointing beach episode. But we're gonna make up for that disappointment because the next one is Makain, Too Many Losing Heroines. And just my notes say 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So I already know, movie montage worthy. Yes, ma'am. You got beach towels. You got the umbrellas. Like they're bringing them to the beach. The vibes are immaculate. I love Lemon's tan lines. Like she's a track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. And we've got tan lines. Like I love the attention to detail. They're also running in the sand at some point. And then he falls and it's just comedy and like the animation is amazing. And then some of the shots are literally cinematic. And I'm not just saying that because it's in the movie montage tier. You've got grilling, albeit it's in the woods, but we've seen that's kind of a normal thing. They got fireworks, like they have like sparklers themselves. That's even more better points. That's better than like when it's like a sanctioned fireworks show. Now this is episode 3. I will say, slight spoiler, close your ears for like 3 seconds. I'll put back on the screen when you can listen. There's even a confession at the beach. Like, what? That's movie worthy stuff, okay? So yeah, Makain, great stuff. Moving on to or on Host Club. It's a full episode type of deal. The fact that they're still doing business at the beach is pretty funny. There's fun times, there's drama, like getting pushed off a cliff is crazy work. It's crazy work. But they got crab legs for dinner and Haruhi is smashing them, and I get it. If I had that many crab legs in front of me, do you know what I would do? Moving on. Oh wait, I gotta rank Oran Host Club. I feel like it deserves movie montage worthy just because of some of them shots they have, but there wasn't as much. Like I wanted Haruhi to have more beach fun. Sandcastle building. I'm sorry. Okay, next we have Maid Sama. This is actually a 2-episode parter. I was shocked. I just thought it was gonna be 1 episode. But we've got beachfront house, check. Yeah, she's in her Olympic what did I put? Olympic like registered like swimsuit. She's got a cap on and everything. But they also have to do a maid cafe at the beach, so that's a cute little tie-in. I will say though, there is not as much like actual beach activity and fun that they could have. There is a whole beach volleyball situation, so that's pretty good and classic. I will say like some of the combos that they're having are like low-key serious, and they have this peppy ass music in the background. So that's funny. I am stuck between crowded beachfront and sandcastle building. Can I come back to this one? It's either top of crowded beachfront or bottom of sandcastle building. And you know what? I'll let post Sierra decide. How about that? Love After World Domination. Yeah, we have a really cute bathing suit and it matches her villain costume, so I love that crossover. But it's also a like sanctioned like work trip, so that's pretty funny. And like they literally scheme because the whole plot of the show is that like they're in a forbidden relationship, so they scheme to get a beach date, and that's funny and plot relevant-ish. There's literally an accidental rocket launch. Not a beach activity, but funny as heck. And there's a submarine / potential mech involved, but they're holding hands. You've got cute bathing suits, got the ensemble cast happening. He called her lovely, and like it's an actually romantic and happy beach moment, and that feels really rare. They're playing in the sand. They're smashing watermelons. They got grilling food. They're drinking. Some people got beers, right? Like chilled noodles, firework display courtesy of the Robot Calf Submarine. That's literally what my note says. Robot Calf Submarine. It's got humor. It's movie montage worthy, right? Honestly, I feel like as long as your episode has like a bunch of beach things packed into it, it makes the top tier. Next, Kiss Him Not Me. We've got a full episode, so that's great. Beachfront lodging, water activities. The boys are defending the girls. Love that. There's a spooky bridge, and that definitely deducts points. So I'm gonna have to go for Sandcastle Building for Kiss Him Not Me. Kami-sama Kiss. And I wrote in my notes, shout out to regular sized boobs. Shout out, because we've got some on here that are not regular sized boobs. The beach is crowded. You know, we love that sometimes. The guys are tagging along. It's okay. Tomoe can't go in the ocean, and then there's drama. We've got a crazy fashion icon happening as well. Wearing this hat and fit, like this hat and trench coat fit at the beach is crazy, and not in a good way. But then he's got like a wild reveal, so like, okay, I see you. There's water antics, but then things get serious fast. This giant oyster, she's also deeply underwater, and I'm like, girl, close your mouth. So all in all, we're gonna do crowded beachfront, because for some people that episode could have been disappointing as like what a beach episode could be, but for some people it was better than what they were expecting, to be honest. Next up, Insomniacs After School. At first it's like more like I guess it is a camping episode, because they literally they pitch tents, but it takes place, like, I guess the resort or camping grounds is very close to literally a beach. So I think we'll still count it at first it's like, oh, only glimpses of like beach activities. So I was like, uh-oh, this might not go too well. But then we see some class-wide sandcastle building, PE on the beach, which is essentially running on the beach. So I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere. But then, because our two insomniacs can't sleep and they coincidentally both go to the beach in the middle of the night because they're awake, and they meet up and it's just fun, romantic, it's cinematic, it's beautiful. The sky is full of like a trillion stars. They literally sleep like on the beach in each other's arms. Like, people in real life can't even do like romantic stuff like this. And then they have to rush back in the morning so that they don't get caught. And I'm like, yes, this is youth. This is summer, right? And for that reason, it's gonna go in sandcastle building. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell. Since it's not a full, honest and true beach episode, it cannot go in the upper echelon of the beach episodes. But it's damn near top sandcastle building. Like, that's some good beach stuff right there. Next up, we have Assassination Classroom, because over 2 episodes, their summer activity over the break is a sanctioned school trip to an island to kill Chrono Sensei. I'm gonna be real honest, smacked by a wave. They don't do nearly enough. Honestly, out of the 2 episodes, they only do beach things maybe like the last third of the episode or quarter. In the second episode, like, they're technically on the island, but there are no beach activities at all. So I stand by that. Next up, we have Food Wars. There are cute swimsuits during this little like beach exam at the beginning of season 5, but like they're literally working the entire time. That's actually pretty screwed up. Like, that's pretty messed up. I mean, I like the combination of plot and setting. I don't know. It's kind of giving shoehorned just a little, slightly better than My Hero, but like, the fact that there are no beach antics at all sanded my sandwich. And look at the irony of that. Cardcaptor Sakura. Are you shocked? I don't know. Well, the class is at the beach. That's literally what the notes say. There's volleyball. There's swimming. Lee has not stopped swimming. As he literally goes from like coastline to coastline. They're playing tug of war with a fishing net and the fish. First time I've seen that in one of these. There is a nighttime beach conversation. Brief magical antics in a cave. I'm not sure where to place that, like, in terms of beach episode standards, but it's there. Like, and caves are a part of beach episode antics, I will say. I've seen that in 2 other ones. Like, they did that in Oranjo's Club and Mayonaka Punch. But they do eventually go back to the beach, like, the next day, and they do volleyball. It's kind of lackluster, I will say. It's primarily, like, the cave is the bulk of the episode. But you know what? I'm going to be kind. I'm going to put that in crowded beachfront, because that episode could be somebody's jam. It could be. Next up, we've got Fruits Basket and my wholesome Toru. It was great to see her again. Yo, this dude is wearing jeans at the beach and then in the water. He is a piece of work. Oh my gosh. Toru is swimming hard as hell, and I'm like, you go, girl. Overall, like, the vibes in this episode are very chill. And then after the beach, there is some drama, but that's just Fruits Basket. I'm gonna go with crowded beachfront on this one too. Like, it could be better, it could be worse. And I wish they did more beach fun. Like, I wish that they gave everybody an emotional break for a second. But no, they did not. Oh, now let's go to honorable mentions. Because we're at the end. Toradora might have a beach episode, but I don't like that show. And I decided, you know what? I don't want to do my research to find out. So stand in my sandwich, just because that show has ruined my mood at times. Honorable mention, Astronaut. There is a beach moment. Yeah, just gotta shout it out. Gotta shout out the anime originals. Horimiya has an honorable mention. I did not do my research, so if there are any beach visuals, now would be the time to put them on screen. Thank you. And then lastly, Haikyuu. There was like I don't know if it was a short or a chapter or something, but it's Seijo's Day at the Beach. Did not get like an anime, adaptation, but there are manga panels denoting that this has happened. And for that, I say, damn. I wish that would have been animated. So that is my beach episode ranking thingy-mabob. Thank you for watching, and I don't know, maybe watch another? Cool, yeah, okay. Bye everybody. Have a good summer. Yes.